By the end of today's video, I'm going to show you a practice method that's going to help you master diatonic 7th chord arpeggios all over the neck. And in doing so, you're going to get close to maybe 3/4 of what you need in terms of vocabulary for playing various styles of jazz, and also for understanding some classical repertoire, even the music of Bach. So what is the progression and what is the method? Well, let's lay this out. So the idea is to start, in this case, in what we call the E form, the E caged form of A major. It looks like an E major chord if I had a K bow on the 5th fret. So we're in this position of the guitar and we're going to play all of the 7th chord arpeggios in the key of A major. But we're going to do it through the circle of fourths. So follow me on this. The first one is A major 7. It's the 1 chord. And I have this voicing. And all of the notes of the arpeggio in this part of the guitar sound like this. Now, I could play the arpeggio up and down just to get familiar with the notes, but as soon as I'm familiar with it, I think it's great to just be creative and melodic within the constraints of those 4 tones, the root, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. So I'll spend some time playing with a click and just sometimes comping for myself, playing A major 7th chords in that position. There are various chords you might know, and improvising with the tones. Now the idea is to move to the next diatonic 7th chord, but up a diatonic 4th. In this case, it's the chord D major 7, our 4 chord. And give it the same treatment. I have a voicing here that's a little unusual, but you might play this one, or a lower one like this. Any combination of those 4 tones in this area is going to give you D major 7, and the arpeggio sounds like this. You could include the high C sharp on the first string if you like. And the idea again is to comp a little bit and play some lines, just chord tone lines. And resist the temptation to play other notes. Now, going through the cycle, the next chord in the circle of fourths in A major is G minor 7 flat 5. So we've got this voicing here. Again, one that you might not play a lot, but is good to know. Most people will play this one, or you can play this. But the arpeggio tones are. And same thing, let's comp a little bit and play some lines. So. Now you notice I'm starting to, I'm starting not to resist the temptation to play other notes. I'm playing some connecting, kind of passing tones and things. But really, when I'm practicing this, I try to discipline myself at first to play just the 4 notes of each arpeggio. So we go to the next one, it's C sharp minor 7. Now this is the 3 chord, and I have this voicing. Sounds like this. Then we go to the 6th chord, which is also a minor 7 chord within the major scale. And F sharp minor 7, I have this voicing written, and I play from the lowest note. Now, the B minor 7 chord is our 2 chord, and I have this voicing, which is a little unusual, but again, I hope that these chord voicings expand your chord vocabulary a bit as well. So I've got B, F sharp, D, and A. It's a little harder to play lower on the guitar like that. Up higher would be easier. But from the lowest note of B minor 7, we've got this. And then the chord voicing. And then finally, our 5 chord, which is a dominant 7th chord, and I have this voicing. And from the lowest note. And then if we go up a 4th again, we're back home to A major 7. Now, all of that's really preparation for improvising. And my suggestion is, as you're getting familiar with these, take maybe 4 measures or 2 measures, depending on what you're comfortable with, and improvise for a while in each harmony. And like I said, really try to stick to the chord tones. And in order to make that interesting, I think it's good to be inventive rhythmically and to really syncopate things and maybe play across the bar line. So I'm just gonna tap my foot and I'm gonna play for a while on each harmony, and I'll call out the harmony as I go. I'll try to play some chords once in a while to help my ear understand the context of the harmony. So here's A major 7. D major 7. G minor 7 flat 5. F minor 7, F sharp. And then B minor 7. E7. Back to A major 7. Now, what is great is if you have like drum genius or something, a drum machine behind you. I'll often do that when I practice. So this is the basic concept. Now you would repeat this for the 5 caged positions. So in the key of A major, we've done just one of the 5 positions. And what you get is a really thorough coverage of all the 7th chords within a key, but you also learn the pathway that you're likely to encounter harmonically. So this progression, which if I summarize it, it's a 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5 progression. That's the circle of fourths progression. This progression helps you with all of the likely transitions that you'll encounter in the key. You know, very often you'll see like 3, 6, 2, 5 progressions, which is half of the progression I just said there. You'll see those kinds of things, or just even 2, 5, 1s. They're all inside of this cycle of fourths motion. And so I think it's a really great way to practice. If you're interested in going deeper with this, look at my book, Jazz Guitar Genius Arpeggios book on Amazon. And then also on wayoftheguitar.com, there's a more extensive course that digs into this concept very deeply. The other thing I want to mention is that I'm on Patreon now doing live classes, and so pretty soon I'll have a fretboard harmony and theory class coming up, but right now I've got Thursday night classical guitar technique classes, and then on Saturday I'm doing classes for just a general audience. It's like a guitar Q&A thing, and so any kind of level or any kind of interest is welcome. So yeah, check that out, and I hope this is useful to you. Thanks a lot. Happy practicing.